Hey Sagittarius. So I thought I'd do something different and do a love reading for y'all. It's funny because I'm a Sagittarius sun and moon, and I'm not being negative in saying that we have been challenged in love. We definitely have. And so I wanted to see if there was something coming. Keep in mind with these messages, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, that we're still in Mercury retrograde, and we are in Mercury retrograde for till the 3rd. Yeah, a past person, y'all. I was so hoping to see something new, but anyways, I feel like this is someone like this is a specific message. This might not be for everybody, and there's no way to mistake like what it is, okay? So you'll know if this is your situation going in, right? But let's start with how you could be more open to love, because there seems to be this big energy here of you being guarded, okay? And I'm sure it's just because of stuff that happened, but I will not try to control the uncontrollable. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't realize about Sag. Um, we we want what we want, right? And Sagittarius definitely is masculine energy. Okay, all fire signs are, right? So we have this tendency to we go after what we want hard, and we try to make it happen, right? Much like Aries does. I mean, we have that in common, right? And a lot of times Sagittarius will be the chaser, or it will come off that way because we are very direct. If we want you, or we want, you, we're going to let you know. We're not going to keep doing it. So we're not going to keep chasing. We're going to come in, but we are very forward. So, often you will find Sagittarius doing the first message, you know, all of those kind of things. So, we definitely have chaser energy, until we don't, which you're going to see. But there seems to be some guardedness about you, Sag, in terms of love, because and the sense of trying to control the outcome, like trying to control how things work out, and that comes from a place of Sagittarius is our big picture people. They want to know what's happening down the road. Okay, it's interesting energy. If you're a Sag, you know how confusing it can be to be a Sag, right? But let me read this to you. This is Abraham Hicks. We want you to reach the place where you are willing, not just willing, determined, not just determined, eager, to let go of the need of control of things that are uncontrollable, like what anyone else is doing, and give your undivided attention to the only thing you can control, which is how you feel in any given circumstance. In other words, we want you to leave this moment saying, I've decided that I'm going to take life as it comes, and I'm going to do the best that I can do in the midst of what I'm doing. So I kind of feel like there is this need for you to stop going into love already planning how it's going to turn out, and stop being so obsessed with how it's going to turn out, right? Try to go with the flow, which is interesting because we are a mutable sign. We do adapt to situations, but I also feel on some level we try to control the outcome. We try to see what's coming down the road, right? So the person that you are connecting with. Now, I do feel like I'm talking to single Sagittarius. I don't feel like this is about people in a relationship. You could be connected to someone, even energetically, and I hate this, y'all. Now, anyone who knows a Sag knows that we don't take exes back, okay? We don't. We really don't. We're really not for that life, you know? But there is a past person returning. Okay, and they're, you know, claiming to have changed. You know, maybe they have changed. But that's what they're telling you. They've changed. What's interesting here is make the first move is here. So you may feel this person pulling at you energetically to trying to get your attention, right? Maybe in a not so obvious way. But they haven't been making a move for sure. It could be that this person hasn't been talking to you, but you kind of feel them coming back, if that makes sense, right? This could be someone older or younger than you. There's an age difference, if that helps. Oh. And this is someone very different from you, okay? Very different from you, because they show up as an opposite to you. Probably someone you probably at the time then couldn't see yourself being with, because they were just that different from you. But this is a fated partnership. Jeez. So I may actually be talking to Sagittarius who may be in a twin flame connection, perhaps, because we are kind of seeing that kind of energy here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so, you know, in terms of, you know, what this is all about, like the mirror is showing up. Y'all may not be talking, but you definitely mirror each other. You know, and I kind of feel like you have the same wounds. And maybe that was the issue in the past. So you kind of trigger each other through wounds you both have. Now it's really interesting, I find, in terms of that. So, you know, when we have the same wounds, you would think that we would come together in an understanding that helps us help each other with that. But that's not what happens. Because I believe that this comes in because the universe wants you to get past it. Want you to get past it, so they almost will have someone trigger it for you. You know, I found this within myself. I found that, you know, there was someone who triggered my rejection and abandonment wounds. And we're definitely seeing abandonment wounds here. Okay? And what we know about abandonment and rejection wounds is that we are never rejected. Okay, we're never rejected. It's all, you know, people are responsible for what they do. So when they do that, you know, it's not about you, it's about them, right? And I feel like that is what what you were supposed to be seeing in the mirror, right? And the chaser is here. I feel like in this past relationship, you were the chaser. You were. Okay? And that's codependent. You know, people tend to chase because they're afraid to lose, right? So we're seeing two cards here about wounds, and maybe that's what made this connection so painful, is because you reflected back to each other's wounds. And yeah, I mean, I feel like you became very frustrated. You became very frustrated with this, you know, and felt the need to put up some boundaries. Okay? And I'll tell you one thing, Sagittarius and boundaries, it's usually, you know, it is something we struggle. Oh my goodness, there's twin flames. It's something we struggle with because we like to live free. We want there to be no rules in life. But, you know, we all need boundaries. You know, we all need boundaries because, you know, especially if you're an empath. If you're an empath, you totally need boundaries because you have this need to help people on such a level that you could find yourself being used. And that is what may have happened. It may be why you set up boundaries with this person. And this is definitely talking about this relationship, okay? I feel like this was the dynamic between you, right? And it's really funny because the twin flame connection, people talk about it as if it is the highest of high for love. But it's really, and how twin flames are so there for each other. You know, twin flames trigger each other. They definitely heal each other. And they heal each other in a way through reflecting the healing in themselves. I said what I said. I could go on for hours about twin flames because I feel like there's a false narrative put out there. But, it's really interesting because, this is your other half. Because twin flames, you sign up for this journey with this person, probably in a past life, and you have a mission together. You definitely do. That doesn't necessarily mean being together, but you have a dual mission. And, the trick though is in the midst of all the pain is figuring out what that mission is. Okay? Figuring out what that mission is. And it actually does help you, but it helps you through not a regular love relationship. It helps you through triggering. It helps you by showing you what you need to heal. And all of that needs to happen before you come together. Can there be twin flame union? Yes. But not until, you're on the same level of healing. At least you're open to that. A lot of times with the intensity, twin flame unions fail because of the intensity. Because one or both don't want to heal. And that's what it's all about. Okay, that was my TED Talk. So let's see what's going on. Oh, boy. So underneath the deck, it's like you have a lot of choices, Sag. Sag always does. Let me just say, people are naturally drawn to Sag. It's the energy, right? And we always have a lot of options. Whether we recognize that or not, there definitely are a lot of options here. Okay, you have a lot of choices when it comes to love, but you're obsessed with one person. So I kind of wonder, it's like, are you pulling this person in? Because we can do this subconsciously, right? Two of Pentacles reversed. Okay, with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like this is your person, maybe. It can also be you, of course, right? But the Two of Pentacles does talk about juggling, and so does the Three of Pentacles, talks about third party. But it could be this on the fence feeling. The Two of Pentacles is kind of like not sure, and especially with the Seven of Cups, that there's also confusion there. But, it's going back and forth on something, going back and forth. And I feel like, when this person comes to you, Sag, I feel like, because in order for a card to be reversed, it has to start in the upright. It always starts in the upright, right? So, there may be this going back and forth in terms of whether you want to work on this or not. Do you want to work together? And that may be because perhaps this person had other people, or perhaps there were other people in the picture. Maybe you just didn't think you can bring this together. But definitely some confusion in terms of this, right? But this person's determined. This person's determined. The Knight of Swords, the Explorer, okay? That's quick movement. That's someone coming to you to talk. They could be talking to you on the internet because there is that energy with swords. But the Knight of Swords is looking to the Queen of Wands, right? Determined to talk to you. Okay, that's all the Knight of Swords basically is a communication. But it's this determination to get what you want. Right? And I feel like, since what's with you is the Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands, Sagittarius. In this case, I feel like that may be accounting for this energy because there's been a lot of pain here. There's been a lot of pain, right? Yeah, so it puts you in this crossroads. Which way do I go? Two of Wands. Which way do I go? But the Two of Wands is also an opportunity to take a different path, right? And it's with the World. I mean, and it's also getting on the same page. So you're getting the opportunity to get on the same page with this person. You know, maybe you have unfinished business here. But let's see. So why is, oh, the Chariot. That's moving towards success, but we'll find out what that is talking about. Two of Pentacles reversed. Two of Pentacles reversed. Could be that you've decided to work on this with it being reversed. The World. Okay. Two of Pentacles reversed. So definitely this going back and forth is ending. Two of Pentacles reversed. Oh, gee. Seven of Pentacles. No more waiting. No more waiting. I feel like someone here is deciding to invest. There's no more waiting. You know, so maybe the Two of Pentacles could have been the previous cycle. You know, which way do I go? Being on the fence about it. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy with these. Three of Pentacles. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles for Sag in love. Oh boy. Boy. Yeah, I feel, Sag, like, you know, because here we have the Queen of Swords, right? With the Hierophant. You know, so I kind of feel like you're thinking about it. You're thinking about if there is value in working towards this. Can you build to something? Okay. Okay. So the Explorer of Swords. Tell me about the Explorer of Swords for Sagittarius. Ace of Wands. They're coming in hot. They want a new start with you. They want a new start because they feel passionate about you. And with the King of Swords being here, they've decided. Now, let me just say that the Queen and King of Swords are next to each other. So I feel like this person has given it a lot of thought too, because swords are mental energy, and they've decided that you make sense to them. You make sense. This is their logical choice. And, you know, you definitely have history together, because the King and Queen of Swords tend to be exes in tarot, so you definitely have history. You definitely have history. Interesting. And Five of Cups, letting go of the past. So tell me about this Ace of Wands. Tell me about this new start. Ace of Wands with the King of Swords. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Justice. They want to make this right. They want to make this right and take this somewhere. I mean, really, justice is also about putting the work in, and it can also be about a legal decision. It could be marriage, but we're not putting the N word out there. So tell me about the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. The High Priestess. Okay. I mean, I kind of feel like you're not sold. Like, they may have decided. They clearly have decided. You're not really sold. Okay? Because you appear next to the Ten of Swords. Because this person hurt you. This person hurt you. But you are willing to listen. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here for Sag? Oh. Ten of Swords. You love this person for sure. Ten of Swords. And also, we're seeing more twin flame energy. So, why is the Lovers here? Because the Lovers is showing up. The Lovers. Oh my goodness. Okay. Like, I feel like in the end, you're going to go with your heart here. This is a twin flame. And this also, the Lovers, of course, involves a decision, right? It involves a decision. And the decision is love. Two of Cups. You love this person. So let's see if we can find out a little bit about this person, shall we? I know this has already gone long, but let's see. What can you tell me about this past person? What does Sag need to know about this past person? I'm clearly going to have to call this Sag twin flame energy. Okay. Tell me about this past person for Sag. Right way. Tell me about this past person. What does Sag need to know about them? Past person. Past person. Oh boy. You may be having like some psychic communication with this person. Oh boy. Tell me about this past person. They are determined to climb your walls, Sag. It's like I can't really see this person per se, you know, to give you a sign or anything. But I will tell you this. This person did not fight for you in the past. Did not. Did not respect your boundaries. Did not fight for you. No, none of that. And maybe that's why you left. Maybe that's why you were done with it. But that is changing. They want to fight for you now. Okay? They want to fight for you now. You know, and usually with the aces, I do feel like it's coming to a realization. You know what I mean? You know, just like with the Ace of Pentacles, you can open a door. With the Ace of Swords, you're realizing the truth. So there's definitely realization in the aces, right? But it's definitely a new beginning. And the Ace of Cups is looking at the Seven of Wands reversed and saying, well, I'm ready to fight for you now. Okay? I'm ready to fight for you now. And there is no wall that can hold me. With the High Priestess, I feel like they have not been talking. Or you haven't been talking. Either one. I mean, there's no talking that has been going on. Right? But I do feel as if it's possible there has been some telepathic talking. So that's interesting. And with the Queen of Wands here, they want you. They see you. Because the Queen of Wands also showed up in the previous reading. This person sees you. They get you. They want you. They're attracted to you, you know. And they want to make things right. Justice again. They want to make things right with you. And they show up in the Two of Pentacles upright. You know, so if they did have other people in the picture, it shows up with the Queen of Swords. That's over because, remember, you showed up as the Queen of Swords in the previous reading. They only see you. They only see you. That's interesting. I don't think they've been talking either. And I feel like they have been soul searching with the Hermit. Doing some soul searching, not really sure what to do about this situation. Wow, they show up in Two of Cups too. So you both definitely love each other. Wow. A lot of love here. A lot of love. Okay? Oh, Sag. Sag, should we get an outcome? Let's do it. Because that was a lot. That was a lot. So what is the outcome for Sagittarius with this past person? This twin flame. What is the outcome? They may be coming towards you since the Chariot's here. What is the outcome for Sag and this person? Okay. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. It's really interesting. I'm kind of seeing the journey for your person. You know, it's kind of like they were really going through something. Some things that, like this unwillingness to release their ego, right? Because we're seeing the Eight of Swords, the World reverse, the Emperor reverse, and then the Hangman and death. With the Six of Cups, and the truth is like, and the Queen of Cups, they really love you. They have always loved you. But they needed to let go, to surrender to it, yes, but to also, you know, let go of some ego in this situation. This in terms of only thinking about themselves and what they wanted. Wow, okay. So let's see the outcome. What is the outcome here for Sag and this person? Oh boy. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? Well, there is a lot to get through, I think. What is the outcome here? I feel like there's a lot that happens. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. All right. So in terms of, is this person coming back? Yes, they are. Are they coming? I can't even give you a time period because I feel like there is a delay. Okay. So in terms of the outcome, right? Here's the Empress. You know, there is a renewal here. There is growth here. And what's really magical for me is there's building a new foundation. But also, I do feel like maybe both of you have kind of been holding on to this restarting, you know, maybe even subconsciously, but there were some things that needed to happen first. And that's why the Page of Swords is showing up, You know, the Page of Swords is, for me, the Page of Swords is learning. Okay? So, and basically, with the Five of Wands, y'all had to learn, one, how to get on the same page together, because there is that with the Five of Wands. It also talks about competition and other people, because the Page of Swords is looking at the Five of Wands like, we're not dealing with drama, we're not dealing with other people being involved. And maybe there was a lot of that happening, right? And so with the Page of Wands reversed, I would say, you know, not exactly ready yet. Okay? Not ready to jump right in yet, because there is a lot that needs to happen in the middle. Because this is all sitting in the middle. The Page of Swords, the Five of Wands. Like, you know, it is this need to get rid of this Five of Wands energy, to get rid of everyone having something to say, maybe just not caring, you know, not caring. But then we see the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. So that's taking action on love, you know, and love for, you know, because the King of Wands, like the Queen of Wands, is about the big picture. We're talking about the long term. We're talking about making things last and grow, because the Knight of Cups is interesting, because knights don't stay, okay? So I kind of feel like in order for this to work, that has to end. This in and out, push and pull, that has to end in order for this to work. So your person has to become the King of Wands. Okay, and sometimes there's a delay in the King of Wands, for sure. You know, but they do want to talk about, what's bothering them, okay, or how everything went wrong with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords. How did everything go wrong? They do want to talk about that. They may not be ready exactly to bring this together, because of this. Because of this, there's other things they have to deal with first, right? And I don't think it's just them. I think that, you know, there may have been interference in this connection, and the interference came from outside, not inside, interestingly enough. Woo, that was a lot, wasn't it? That was a lot. So, Sag, let's get you an ending oracle, and let's get you a soul card, right? What does Sagittarius need to see? This may not have anything to do with love, Sag. I'm just warning you. What does Sagittarius need to see? And maybe I'll even do an Ask the Universe to see if this works out. What does Sagittarius' soul want? Sagittarius' soul. Your soul wants you to have fun, Sag. Have fun. Sag is all about fun. So let's ask the universe if this is going to work in Sag's favor. Will this work in Sagittarius' favor? Ugh. Will this work in Sagittarius' favor? Will this work in Sagittarius' favor? Will this relationship work out? Oh my goodness, okay. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, Sag. Guess you got your answer. And on the bottom, be patient. Be patient. Okay, Sag, that's what I got for you. I hope this helps out. Especially for the twin flames, because that's who I feel it was really for. Okay, y'all. Be the love.